Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of pro competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants and how we get a sweep. This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up, John?
Yo, what's up? Here,
Excellent!
Podcast.
In case you guys didn't notice, my camera's not working.
Dude, you need to put a picture up there like Darryl Green or Art Monk or like John Riggins or something.
Well, that was the first picture I came across that was appropriate.
And probably don't want that because people will be like, "Hey, man, they're making money off the thing, off of my likeness." But the thing is, we don't make money.
We lose money.
We lose money.
Story of my life.
Well,
Hey, I see Texas Coreman 100
yo.
is in the YouTube room this early Saturday morning. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get back on track and we can get normal podcast time now that this show is closing out. But anyway, dude, that was a strong game. I was super concerned about this, as I told you before the game. I was more concerned about this game than I was the Bears game.
I think a lot of people who have been fans for a bit are just tired of us losing to the Giants of all teams, the Giants over and over again.
And Danny Dimes was like 5-1 against us before this year, right?
We basically have kept him. We basically got him a contract extension. It was basically us because he sucks against everybody else.
He still had a giant run against us in this game. It was like 30. Let me look. How far did he run on that play? I got the box score.
Yeah,
he had, let's see. Dude, he had a 24-yard run against us.
And he had 54 yards total, including that touchdown.
Yeah.
But that mattered not because we had Scary Terry,
who I believe had only, didn't he just have two catches for 2 touchdowns?
He had 2 catches, one for 18 yards and one for 1 yard, and he scored a touchdown on both of those catches.
I'll take that every time.
This is the Terry McLaurin that we knew we had. And he's got people throwing to him like, I was going to say John Beck, but what's John Beck? But I mean, it might as well be.
I think it was this week that I heard Jaden Daniels. I think it was this touchdown because, you know, they've had so many now to Terry McLaurin. I think it was this week I heard him asking him, how did he feel about the touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin? He's like, well, I could have led him a little bit better. Terry made a heck of a catch. He was basically like criticizing his throw. Like, it could have been a little bit better.
The more I hear from Jaden Daniels, the better I like him. Because this dude is like a football nerd. He loves football. He loves football.
I know. I've said it before. The moment that I realized that he was the dude that loved football so much was in training camp where they were like, take a few days off and decompress or whatever. And they were like, what are you going to do when you're, you know, you're supposed to be decompressing? And he looked like someone took his favorite toy away from him. And he was like, I don't know. And then he ended up going to LSU to watch their game.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
He's like, what do you mean I can't do football? What are you talking about? So yeah,
There's rules about this. There's rules we can't talk about football. What's going on?
Dude, he's such a football nerd.
He is nerd.
And being the smart kid and the good kid at the same time is, you know.
Dude, he's something, man. So I had to kick off my shoes.
I don't remember if it was this week, but the one play, I still don't know how he did it. There was some dude chasing him from behind, and while he was like trying to sack him, and while he was looking downfield, and the guy was completely behind him, he did this little jump step to dodge the dude diving for his legs.
Yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I think it was this last game. Like we've said, we've been pushing the podcast like late in the week. But I think it was this last game. But I know which player you're talking about because you're just like, oh my god, how do you get out of it? You're like, he's gonna get shoestring tackled or something or grabbed around the ankles, and he got out of it.
I don't know how he knew the guy was there.
Dude, yeah, he's got like I don't know. I haven't played like Madden football in a while on any kind of
I haven't played it since like Madden 2000, and whenever Joe Gibbs was the last coach. It was
but
the last one of this.
but dude, one of the things on there is awareness, and some people have terrible awareness. This dude's awareness, I mean, it
should be 100. It should be like whatever the highest score is, 99, I think, is what it should be.
I mean, that's just craziness. And that's one of the great things about him is that he has progressed since the beginning of the season. Because at one point he got the ball knocked out on a hit from behind him, and he was not aware on that play, like in the second game or something like that.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, oh, hold on. He does this like little deer skip over like to the side, so someone rushing behind him who he can't even see missed the tackle.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, here's another thing that we haven't even really brought up, and I don't want to jinx it. But I saw that we've only had 3 turnovers this entire year, 2 interceptions and a fumble. And
a whole year so far.
I saw that was the
knock on wood,
least amount of turnovers since they started keeping that stat in 1933. So it could be the least ever through 9 games.
Through 9 games. And in 1933, I think the season was 9 games.
Yeah. So, I mean, 3 turnovers? Also, here's something else. This O-line that we were so afraid was going to suck so bad.
Who had the ex-Giants O-line coach who was getting criticized.
Yeah. Dude, we had a rookie, Brandon Coleman, against their dude Burns, who everyone was, I don't know how many sacks Burns has this year, but they got him from Carolina, right? He was like a highly touted free agent.
Yeah.
And guess what, dude? Guess how many sacks they had? 0.
I'm doing the 0, or maybe it's a half love or something like that.
And fellas, get this. It was really refreshing to see 0 sacks. 0 sacks.
0 sacks?
I'm used to seeing like 3 or 4.
Texas Corbin just said online here during the podcast. If you're watching the podcast, he was just like, we don't have any. What did he say? I was just getting to it. Did you see it? Oh, where is it?
Wait, is he saying my voice sounds weird on here?
No, I think he's being funny.
Dude, you can't mess with us like that because you know that's a realistic possibility on here. Alone with a chat GPT. Oh, okay. With an Aaron voice filter. Okay. I got you now. Okay.
Yeah, Texas Corbin was talking about we were 100% on 4th down conversions. I don't know if it's the whole season because, boy, that'd be crazy. But definitely, I guess, in this game.
No, I think it is the whole season.
Dude, that's insane if that's the case. And, again, we're only halfway through the season. But that's insane.
But we don't go for it on 4th down a ton. I mean, makeable. We're not doing these crazy things like some of these teams, like going for it from 4th and 6 and 4th and 8 and all that kind of stuff. Although we did, oh no, that wasn't 4th down on the Hail Mary. Never mind. Yeah, I think it is. Like, and what this boils down to, dude, is the coaching. These guys weren't supposed to be superstars. These guys, the coaches make them come in and work hard and try to get better. They're like, our goal is to get better. This is what we need to work on. Or I think Ron Rivera was just kind of like hanging out. Like, I don't know what was going on. They never got better. I can tell you that.
People say Ron Rivera didn't really know like the whole like, oh, we were in playoffs tonight or whatever it was with that whole quote
We
and
got
everything.
eliminated from the playoffs?
Yeah. But I mean, he was getting paid like $10 million a year to like drive a sinking ship like to the ocean floor, and he knew it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he knew it so much that he got JD to hire a high school coach to be our secondary coach.
Yeah. But Texas Corpsman 100 saying that Jaden Daniels knows what to do with the ball in those situations. He has that whole VR thing that he practices with that's supposed to be like 200% normal speed.
Isn't that crazy?
B, the coaches go over I hear them in the press conferences talking about going over these situational things like every practice. They'll have like different situations that they go through.
Oh, yeah. Which is smart, which is really smart.
Yeah, they just like the whole team, except on this game where I wanted Dan Quinn to throw in a challenge flag on like some spot that I think helped
because we kept losing like a yard on like 2 or 3 spots. It was like 2 spots in the first half, and they were and they were supposed to be first downs, and they weren't. And on one of them, we ended up, I think, having to punt.
But I think there was a big one where the Giants went for it on 4th, maybe, and I didn't think they got it. And they like hurried up there, and I'm like, throw the flag. I forget what it was. It was a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was
still,
a few times where I thought he should challenge, and he didn't. But you know,
dude, this was a away from home and the ghetto land where we always lose victory over the Giants. 5-point victory.
Well, the score, it doesn't even really show it because we scored a touchdown at the end that they didn't even like go back and look at. First of all, and second of all, that should have been another touchdown, or it could easily have been. So let's just say that it was more than a 5-point victory.
Who ran that ball all the way back to the end zone from our defense? Who was that?
You mean the one that they blew dead and said that it was? Is that what you're talking about? Bobby Wagner
it might have been. Did Bobby Wagner run that back the whole way?
No, he ran like most of the way until they blew it dead. And then it was like obviously a fumble because Daniel Jones's arm was going back, lost the ball.
Oh, that's right. And they were just like, it's not a fumble. And they showed it again, and they were like, yeah, it is.
And they should have been 7 for us. If they would have just let the play out like they should and then review it.
Because Brad Allen or whatever. Yeah, Brad Allen. Is that who it was? Brad Allen.
Dude, with replay, there's no excuse for them not to let those plays run out. None. They know it's going to be reviewed when they see it happen that fast. So let the play run out, dumb referees. Seriously.
That's the problem in multiple sports, I think, with the referees is that they don't want
to be proven wrong.
Basically.
Well, they're going to be anyway. So you might as well get it right and let the play continue. Because I don't know if we ended up scoring. Because, again, we had trouble in the red zone. What was our red zone? What was our red zone efficiency this week? I don't even know where to find that. I'm sure someone in the chat room does.
Dude, that's Josh's job.
Josh is in Amsterdam, dude.
Really?
He's in Amsterdam for a CrossFit competition.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're getting really CrossFit over there.
What is this? Redskins math. Dan Quinn is greater than North Turner plus Marty Schottenheimer. Although Marty Schottenheimer got a raw deal, dude. Steve Spurrier.
He did because of Steve Spurrier, yeah. Yep.
You need to take Joe Gibbs out of there, dude. And Jim Zorn. And
his play caller, the bingo guy.
Joe Gibbs has 3 Super Bowls, my friend.
Yeah, that's true. Dan Quinn is 28-3 in the Super Bowl. So I've said it before on here, and I'm saying it again. Until we win a Super Bowl,
he's not greater than
dude. He was up 28-3, and he lost the Super Bowl.
Yep. And also in the back of my mind, Dallas last year, their defense totally s the bed against Green Bay. Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah. Well, those guys over there at what do they call it? Happy Valley Ranch is, I think, Happy Valley Ranch. I think that's where the Cowboys do their spring training stuff.
Happy Valley Ranch. You know who
Isn't
sucks?
that in Nevada somewhere?
Dude, you know who sucks? Dallas. From the mouth of their quarterback. Did you see that little
I did
video?
see that.
He just looked over at his backup, Trey Lance, and goes, "We effing suck." And it was right on the screen on the broadcast.
Right on the camera. He didn't cover his mouth or anything. He was just like, "Yep, right out there."
Always said he sucks, and you guys always disagree with me.
I thought he was better, but I mean, the team is collapsing around him. Oh, and by the way, I think isn't he out for the rest of the year because like didn't his hamstring like partially detach from the bone? He's done for the year.
I don't know. The last I heard is that they were going to reevaluate him and see if they were going to put him on IR. But I don't really pay attention to Dallas news because they're not a good team.
Well, so far we've got ourselves a few pieces from Dallas that we like so far, and in the future, I mean, Micah Parsons is going to be a free agent. I don't know if they're going to be able to resign him down there in Dallas because they got that crazy old satanic owner, Jerry Jones. Crazy guy.
Here it is, dude. 16 hours ago, Cowboys to place Dak on IR for hamstring injury.
Well, that doesn't really tell us anything because we have multiple stints of IR nowadays in the NFL with too many rules. Is it 4 games? Is it the whole year?
I don't know. It says they plan to sign a new quarterback. Let's see. Cooper Rush will be the starter.
Yep. I have no idea who the backup is.
I don't know. It's not really saying, but it doesn't look like he's going to be playing anytime soon, according to this. So
yeah.
If he goes on any IR, it's at least 4 weeks. And don't we play them in 2 weeks?
We play them. Let me relook.
We play the Eagles on Thursday night, dude.
I know. We have the Eagles on Thursday night next week, and then we play Dallas, Tennessee, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and we end the season at Dallas.
Oh yeah.
The week before that, we get to play. We get to play Atlanta, and Kirk Cousins, who is having a revitalization of everything down in Atlanta. He's having a great time.
So out of those games that are remaining, would you say that we probably, if we went 10 and 7, do you think that would be pretty safe playoffs? Because remember, they added the extra wild card.
Considering we got 7 teams in the playoffs now, because it wasn't enough to have the other one. We need even more money for the billionaire owners. We need this league to look like the NBA and the NHL, where if you're not in the playoffs, you really, really suck.
Yeah.
14 teams. That's almost half the league.
I mean, I was looking at it and I was like, because I think if we got 10 wins, we would probably at least get the last wild card spot.
I would think so. And dude, there's so many teams that are 2-7 this year.
So name me 5 games we're gonna lose.
Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
Say we lost to the Steelers.
And we're playing Steelers at home, and then we play at Philly, and then we get Dallas at home. I believe that is the Dallas one. Is that the Thanksgiving game?
No, it's not. It's not the Thanksgiving.
No, they're on the it was the I guess it was the week before.
I don't know. We're getting close. If we can win this week, we're getting close to, in my mind, pretty much securing it.
Looking on the thing, Pittsburgh has been strong.
That's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a difficult game.
Philadelphia is kind of up and down. I think we can beat them for sure. We know we can beat Dallas. At Tennessee sucks. New Orleans sucks. So that's should be 2 wins right there. And then Philadelphia again should be pushovers. And then Atlanta and then Dallas. So, by the way, those last 2 games are TBD. So if we are contending, we may have a prime now. We may have a primetime game against Kirk Cousins and the Dirty Birds.
Yeah. because we're contenders now.
Don't steal home without it.
Riles brings up Lattimore. We will get to him in a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the injury report here because we've got a couple of interesting things going on with the injury report. That's for sure.
But we're not going to talk about that until we're done talking about disposing of the Giants in a sweep.
Sweep.
All right. What else do we want to talk about this game? Well, Terry McLaurin. We already talked about him.
Big time.
Jaden Daniels.
Big time.
As efficient and what's the word I'm looking for? Steady as usual.
Yeah. And he ran for 35 more yards, so.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez Jr. had a pretty good game. He should have had a touchdown. Just coming out of nowhere because B-Rob was a, game time decision, I guess.
Yep. We're going to talk about him in a minute, too.
Let me see. Who else do we want to talk about? Noah Brown had another strong game showing he was great.
De'Ami Brown had one. Yeah, free pickup. De'Ami Brown had a good good catch. Ben Sinnott had a catch. Ben Sinnot had the same amount of catches as Zach Ertz.
Dude, Jeremy Chin just keeps getting better.
Dude, Jeremy Chin is kind of in the is not kind of, he is in the game balls this week. I don't know who's going to say it, but he and Bobby Wagner, but especially Jeremy Chin, just like the last two games, he's just gotten better and better. Like I don't know if he's just getting the system, so he's got like that half second where he's not like changing directions or everything. He knows to go that way, and a half second is forever in the NFL on a play. So,
dude, I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't know if it was a screen pass or like a toss to the side, but Jeremy Chin came out of nowhere and just destroyed some dude in the backfield.
He had 2 tackles for losses. Dante Fowler Jr., another ex-Dallas guy, 2 tackles for loss, including 2 sacks.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, and this can't go understated. I believe, you can correct me on this, that the Giants were up there and leading the league with sacks coming into this game. And they had 0.
Their defense was strong, and we usually see like some dude he's not even on the team anymore. Someone like Snacks Harrison or someone coming through, some defensive tackle, and he'll have like 2.5 sacks. Yeah. You know what they had this time? 0.
And there's always the running. They still were able to run over it. I'm really concerned about this run,
dude. Well,
because they had 164 yards rushing.
Right. And that includes 54 from Daniel Jones because the guy is deceptively fast.
Yeah.
He's always bigger. He's bigger than you think he is.
Led by the guy that for half the game I thought his name was Tractor. Tyrone Tracy Jr., the random dude that comes out and runs against us all the time.
The Tractor.
Tyrone Tracy. Name Tractor. I just glanced at his shirt and I thought it said Tractor at one point.
I remember when you said that and I was like, what's he talking about?
All right, so do we want to do our games and kicks for this game and then move forward? Yeah.
We've
disposed of the Giants. Dude, did you see, before we get off this Giants game though, someone in the chat room this week posted a video, I think it was Kenny Ken from Canada, posted the video from, I guess, Hard Knocks, where the Giants had Jaden Daniels come in.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this? And they come in and, like, that Dable dude is all laying back in his, like a couch, like he's watching TV on a Saturday afternoon. He was, like, all lounging, looking all unprofessional, and it was all kind of creepy, him going, like, so do you want to be a Giant? And Jane Daniels is like, yeah, okay,
Jane Daniels is like, no.
He didn't, he was saying, okay, right, yeah, I could do that. And like, I was like, what is up with Dable? It kind of had this creepy feel, like, I don't know, you just have to watch it. He was like, son, you want to play for the Giants? Like, what was he about to ask him for, a favor or something? It was so
all you got to do is sign on this dotted line right here.
All you got to do is come over here. Anyway,
All right.
All right,
So,
let's move forward. Games and kicks.
Games and kicks. So,
Hold
kicks
on,
first.
Oh yeah.
It's time
It's like my
for
picture
this
stayed
week's
up.
Kicking the Balls Award.
Dude.
Josh is in there somewhere inside of your logo.
We are the Commanders.
Aha!
All right. Kicks. Brought to you as always by our friends at Ridapoo. For all the doo-doo that you do, there's Ridapoo. Available at Taylor's Do It and other fine hardware stores, now septic safe. Ridapoo! All right, Jake, go ahead with your kick in the balls board.
Ooh, man. It's kind of a hard one for this game.
Oh, I had one, dude. I remember it in the game. I was like, this dude's gonna get my kick.
I'm giving mine to Jeremy Chin because he had almost twice as many tackles as anybody else in this game. That dude was on it.
So why is he getting your kick?
Oh, sorry. I keep doing
Man, dude, that's worse than Josh's Sean Taylor kick.
No, it's not.
By the way, I think it was Firefly went back and listened to the episode, and apparently we've been exaggerating all these years, and he didn't kick him for getting shot. He kicked him for being injured and missing the game. And then he got shot. Because remember, he didn't make the trip with the team because he was injured and he was in Florida, and that guy was like thought he wasn't there and broke into his house. So he gave him the kick for being injured, and we've like adapted it to say that Josh gave him the kick for getting shot.
Are you sure that Josh didn't do that the next week though?
I don't know. This is according to our Harry Hog
Our
historian
historian.
Firefly.
I gotta wear that jersey here sometime.
Anyway.
Dude, I don't know who to give my kick in the balls to this week.
I know who I'm giving mine to. Nobody, because I can't think of a good one.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody on the team that really, really stands out
As sucking really badly.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't St. Juice get another pass interference call at the end zone? I believe
he did, and it was a bad call again too.
Yeah, well, I'm giving mine to him. We need to get some cornerback help, man. Come on, Adam Peters.
Well,
wink,
as
wink.
As a matter of fact, I think we did. We'll talk about that here after the game balls, which I will give to Jeremy Chin here in just a minute. I don't know who to give my kick to.
Well, I'm giving mine to Benjamin St. Juice. So
you know what?
Give yours to Forbes for not even playing.
Man, yeah, I'm looking down the list. Dude, F.A. Obata had a tackle. That's one more tackle than Forbes does. You know what? Mine's going to Forbes.
And then F.A. Obata got, which we'll talk about. Who the heck is Mikal Walker? And how is he on the team?
I think it's Michael. He's been on the team for a while. I think it's Michael. I think.
All right. Is anyone else in the chat room giving any kicks? Anyone? I guess not. It is Saturday morning, you know. Yeah, it's interesting. The only people in the chat room today are on YouTube, and usually there's more people in Discord. Anyway. All right, so that's our kicks. John's is going to nobody.
No, mine's going to Forbes because he didn't play.
We really need to get some help at the corner position.
Man, yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go to the game ball. Oh, yeah. The game ball. You confused me by giving yours here.
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award, as usual, is brought to you by our friends at Dick's Pitch. Dick's Pitch, Remember to re-dip at the half. Available at Dick's and other fine sporting goods stores. Now available in neon color.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Black light activated. How about that, dude? They're a little late because they should have had that for Halloween.
Yeah, really.
It would be cool
Maybe
for all
they
those
did.
hype videos with the receivers with their gloves on, running through the tunnel with like the pitch on their hands. And it looks all like Nickelodeon slime. All right, go ahead. Give me your game ball. Oh,
My game ball's going to Jeremy Chin.
Okay, I'm gonna give mine to Scary Terry for 2 more touchdowns on 2 catches, because he's becoming Art Monk 2.0 for our team.
Yep.
So Scary Terry, dude, imagine how good he would have been right now. Like, he's awesome and he's showing it, but imagine how many more accolades he would have had if we had a good quarterback for all of the years prior to this that he's been playing.
Yep. That's why I'm just like, man, this is awesome. We're finally getting it. People finally are watching us and listening to us. I swear that Hail Mary on primetime television was like the biggest thing of the season by far. Just getting people to be like, dang, they're contenders now, as you said.
Contenders now. All right, looking forward, because I know Texas Coreman 100 is champing at the bit to let us talk about this.
Yeah.
So after that game, we're like, okay, trade deadline, I believe was Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Tuesday, noon rolls around. I'm listening to whatever that station is, Team 980. And basically, I think it was either right at 12 or right at 1. It comes out that Adam Peters pulled the trigger and got us Marshawn Lattimore from the
Cornerback, New Orleans.
From New Orleans. The dude's had some injury things, and he's injured right now, which I'm a little concerned about. He's only played like half the games over the last couple of years.
Yeah. See,
but
that's
this
a little
dude's a
bit of my
dog.
concern too. Dude, when he is healthy, he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah.
This is a massive trade for us if he's healthy, if he can stay healthy.
And you can look at his stats, and they don't look amazing, but that's because people don't throw it to him.
Dude, it's like Darryl Green. Like, people be like, Darryl Green only had like 2 passes defended in the last 3 weeks. It's like, yeah, because no one throws that way. You know who they're throwing at? They're throwing at Darryl freaking Pounds.
Yeah. So to have this guy come in right before we play Philadelphia twice and Dallas twice, all of our divisional games, after we've already disposed of our other rival, the Giants, is huge.
Yeah.
And it also shows that, dude, last year at this time, we were getting rid of our best players.
Yeah. And this time we actually made a trade. Basically, okay, so it started off, earlier this year, we traded away Royd Ridgeway for a 7th or 6th.
It was a 6th.
Yeah. Him and a 7th or 6th, I think.
Yeah, Ridgeway and one of our 7ths, I believe, and we got a 6th back from the Saints.
I believe so, yeah. And then we traded Jahan Dotson for a 3rd-round pick from the Eagles.
And the Eagles at the time were like all hyped about how they fleeced us on that.
Yeah. So
they fleeced us. We got a
3rd-round pick for that. So for this trade, where do I have that?
For this trade, we gave them our 3rd round, like our normal 3rd round pick for next year. Which is probably going to be lower than the one we got, which will be a lower pick than the one that we got from the Eagles. So we kept our Eagles pick. We gave them our lower, possibly and probably lower third-round pick. And we gave them their 6th back for Marshawn, and we got a 5th from them, right?
Right. So basically we traded 3 picks to get it. We traded, next year's 3rd round pick, the worst of the 3rd round picks of the 2 we have, 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick, and we got Lattimore and a 5th round pick in return.
Yeah. So basically, let's settle it down even further, distill this down. We basically traded Jahan Dotson, Ridgeway, and got Marshawn Lattimore and a 5th round pick. Is that accurate? Or am I missing a pick?
I wouldn't even talk about the picks between that. Basically, we traded Roy Ridgeway and Dotson for Lattimore.
And a 5th. Because we got a 5th back.
Yes, we did. But yeah. But we gave up the 3rd, 4th, and 6th round pick. So basically, it was. I don't know. It all depends on if the guy's healthy and if he can stay healthy. There was a guy on the Browns I was thinking of that's a cornerback that is younger and cheaper, but I don't know if the Browns are really looking to get rid of him because their defense there is good. Yeah, they just don't want to get people up.
You're right, dude. I forgot about the 4th that we gave also.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, dude, and this guy's same age as Terry, went to school with Terry.
Ohio State.
And this will be huge for us. Huge. Because it lets Sane Restill go back to the nickel.
Right. It puts St. Just on the number two spot where he's supposed to be. Because, I mean,
it's going to free up our defense to do more things if they don't have to worry so much about how crappy the cornerbacks are.
If our cornerbacks are so much better, it's going to give more time to the defensive line and linebackers to make sacks.
Yeah, and JP Finley, I heard him ask DQ something like, "Is this going to free up your defense to do more things?" I forget the exact question. And DQ just goes, "You're barking up the right tree there." So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm bummed that, and I'm a little concerned about this injury. He's not playing against Pittsburgh, and we need to go into the injury report. Is B-Rob also ruled out now?
B-Rob is also ruled out for this game.
I'm a little concerned about that. I can't say I've watched Pittsburgh play any games this year, but I'm assuming they have a good defense.
They're 6-2. They're good. I mean, and what is the injury report? Cornelius Lucas, Big Luke, also out this weekend. So Newton's got to step up some more.
No, Brandon Coleman, who also had a great game against Burns, which we've already talked about. Right.
The biggest thing of all is the tight end who's going to be out for this game. Colson Yankoff has a hamstring injury.
That's the biggest thing?
Yankoff.
Okay, here's who the Steelers have beaten this year. They beat the Falcons, who are pretty good.
Okay.
They beat the Broncos, who are not that great. They beat the Chargers. They lost to the Colts.
Huh.
They lost to the Cowboys.
What?
They beat the Raiders. They beat the Jets, and they beat the Giants. So,
okay. I know that they've got Cordell Patterson on their team, that guy that scored 3 touchdowns against us in a game last year, the year before.
I think we could beat these dudes. I think we
can beat just about anybody at this point, really.
I'm not ready to say that.
I think we can.
If we beat the Eagles, I'll say it.
Eagles.
I mean,
we're also 6-2 right now.
If we're going to win this division, we have to beat the Eagles at least once.
Well, we're on the right track because we swept the Giants. Yeah. But going back here to the injury report, another person who is questionable is our future Hall of Famer, Austin Seibert, the kicker.
Yeah, this is my concern, dude.
Did you remember last week, like he was on the sideline, he was just kind of wincing a little bit?
Yeah.
Like showing him, I was just like, I wonder if he's – I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but I was like, oh, man. So that may have been where he's He's got a little bit of issue. It's his right hip, supposedly. He's practiced, but we have signed a kicker to our practice squad as well. So if he can't go, we're gonna be putting like Chris Blewett Jr. in as a kicker, and we may go for it on a lot more fourth downs this week. We'll see.
We'll probably hear about that today, right? Are they allowed to elevate the day of the game? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay. So he did. Yeah, I saw he was limited in practice, right, yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. I see Texas Corpsman on Lattimore. I remember seeing like how many times have I seen like the Saints defense over the last few years, and I'm like, these guys suck. But this Lattimore, this 23 guy is doing really well. By the way, Chris Rodriguez, former number 23, gave up his jersey for Lattimore, and he was just like, I just gave it up because like we're a team.
And he's a veteran.
This is what we do.
Dude, here's what's also interesting about the injury report, and I heard this from Al Galdi. He pointed it out. Look who's not on the injury report at all. JD5.
I was about to say Forbes. Oh, yeah.
He's not limited or anything with the ribs. It's just he's not on there.
He's fine.
So that's good. That's at least some good news. The B-Rob thing. I mean, people were pointing this out in our Discord room that they'd rather have him 100% healthy against Philly.
Against the Eagles, yeah, absolutely.
Because that game is more important, even though I'd like to get a win. I still think we can get a win. If we have Lattimore and B-Rob against Philly, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's that hamstring, and I think like you're saying, I think it's a lot of do we want to put him in now, and he may be okay, but he might pull that hamstring more, and if that happens, he'll be out for like a month or a month and a half. So,
yeah,
dude, you never can tell with hamstrings sometimes. That's for sure. So this weekend we're playing the Terrible Towel Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
So the Washington football team. Group, Core, LLC decided that, Fred Smoot put up a video of it. Basically, they're giving away burgundy towels for us.
Which is brilliant.
Because then all the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, because there's probably going to be a lot of them this weekend, they travel really well.
Oh, yeah, they do. And it's not that far from.
It's not that far. And they're all going to show up with these gold towels. And we're all going to have our burgundy towels. So the whole thing is going to be burgundy and gold.
Yeah.
Dude, what we need to do is have them wear their black uniforms and we wear our black uniforms. And then it'll be like Yankee Sacks. Like no one knows what's going on.
Those are against the NFL rules, though, dude.
Oh boy, it would be.
We could make them wear their whites, and we could wear our blacks. You could do that.
No, what we're wearing, and I've never ever liked this design. We're wearing the burgundy on burgundy, so it looks like everybody's wearing like a burgundy like wrestling outfit from high school,
like a burgundy onesie. It's like
a burgundy onesie. It basically looks like a burgundy onesie.
That's going to be the name of this episode, the burgundy onesie. But yeah, I think that towel thing is brilliant because no matter what, they bring their terrible towels and it's just going to look like burgundy and gold. And even if their towels have black on it, which I think it says Steelers, well, that goes in with our new color code of burgundy, gold, white, and black.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys have seen our third jerseys, you know how.
And maroon.
Oh, by the way, until we change them, from now on, our jerseys are always just going to be called the Tanya jerseys.
You talking about the cranberries?
I'm talking about all three of them because because Dan Snyder's wife helped design these things. So I'm going to call them the Tanya jerseys until we get rid of them. I'm going to call them the Tanya jerseys forever. Tanya jerseys because she knows football and stuff. So she helped design them and stuff.
Tanya
loves that football. Loves that football game.
Yeah, anyway, I'm excited about Lattimore coming in. Like, because it's not only making the one position better, it's letting Mikey Sandrill go back to where he should be playing. Yeah. And
it basically, as we already know, Forbes was a bust, just like Jamin Davis is bust. All those first round pick guys are busts. And normally Forbes would have been the number one guy, but we saw how bad he is when he's a foot shorter than people like AJ Brown.
Dude, he hasn't even played.
Yeah, exactly. So if we had gotten Chris Rodriguez, that cornerback, instead of drafting Forbes, we wouldn't have even needed to have this trade.
The fact that Peters has been able to take this team in 1 year with not only dealing with all the Dan Snyder crap, but dealing with the fact that Ron Rivera doesn't know how to draft people for the last 5 years, and to be 7-2 right now is nothing short of a miracle.
And dude, on these trades that Adam Peters was going through when we got Lattimore, he's just like, oh man, instead of giving you a fifth, can we throw in this Forbes guy? He's really good. And everyone's like, no. Yeah, and then no one wants this guy. I think he's going to be like Jamin Davis. He's going to get cut, and no one's going to sign him. He's going to sign for like the Saskatchewan Roughriders or something like that, like BB Hummingbird did.
Dude, people keep saying in our chat room and elsewhere, why don't we package Forbes in on a deal? No one wants him.
No one wants him. No one wants to get. I guarantee that Peters is trying to throw him in there to be like, hey, we'll do this and give you a sixth instead of a fourth. And people are like, no way, we don't want that twig, dude. He sucks.
What's he gonna do to help another team? He's gonna take up a roster spot and suck.
Exactly. He takes up a roster spot. And that's why we cut Jamin Davis.
You'd better. No one wants him. He's not going to be in the league much longer.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong.
By the way, when we signed Lattimore, we released F.A. Obata, like you said earlier, and then the next day we re-signed him. But we picked him back up because no one wanted him.
Isn't he back on the practice squad though?
He's back on the practice squad, and we cut some Michael Strahan's son, Mike Strachan.
I don't know who he is.
Strachan. He might be like Obata. Maybe they're both from Germany.
We are the Commanders.
Okay, what else do we need to talk about before this Steelers game? I think this is a winnable game. I'm looking forward to, what are they against the run? I want to see what their defensive ranks are. Steelers defense rank. Here we go. Team rankings. The Steelers are ranked number 9 in the league in total defense. They average 310 yards per game, and they've allowed 12 touchdowns this entire season. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Dude, believe it or not, our defense is ranked number 14th in the league. Do you believe that?
Does it have like running and passing, like running defense and passing defense on there?
Yeah, hold on. So we average 326 yards a game to the Steelers 310, but we've also given up 23 touchdowns. The passing defense, what in the heck? This cannot be true.
Dude, earn it on that stage.
Hold on. It's saying that the Commanders' passing defense is ranked number 5 in the league, giving up an average of 184 yards per game and has allowed 14 passing touchdowns. Whereas the Steelers' passing defense is ranked number 20th, giving up almost 220 yards a game. And how many? Let me find them. Hold on. And they've given up 8 passing touchdowns. Okay, rushing defense. Steelers are number 4 in the league, so it's going to be hard to run against these dudes, especially without B-Rob. They give up an average of 90 yards a game rushing, whereas we give up 142 yards a game rushing. So our pass defense that we've all been, thinking
Dogging
he's like
on.
the weakest link. Apparently, it's the run defense. Or is it because the linebackers have to drop back and help these corners more, and now maybe they'll be able to come up and help the run?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like an intricate puzzle. An intricate puzzle.
Well, we know we're not going to have Lattimore tomorrow, so we'll have to go through this game without him. And after that, like we said, it'll be Thursday night against the Iggs. So I think that's where we're going to hopefully see Lattimore shine and not get burnt like St. Just over and over again. Although, again, St. Just getting burned, so, like half the time he gets burned, he's like all over the guy.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 games, they've been calling penalties on him that weren't even penalties. So
yeah, that one was questionable.
2 weeks in a row, man. 2 weeks in a row. But people know. So hopefully he's going to be good. Like he's going to be in there against the second guy. Well, not this weekend, but we'll see. And dude, we haven't even talked about their quarterback is Russell Wilson at the Steelers. I keep forgetting that he's there. And they got the back. They got their backups. That dude from the Bears from last year,
Justin Fields. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we know that guy can throw touchdowns.
And
on
you
us all day.
know who knows Russell Wilson really well? Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh yeah, Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah, we need to do this. Yeah, we need to sack this guy.
He's one of those short dudes like Kyler Murray, right? Like
he's a shorter dude, but he's got. I mean, he's kind of. I mean, he's always
beefy.
Had like yeah. He's kind of built a little bit.
I don't know. I think we can win this game. We just need to come out and play our game. That's it. Here we go.
At home.
Yeah, at home against the Steelers. Bring the burgundy towels. And apparently they're also giving out salute to service hats tomorrow, which is cool.
Oh, sweet. Dude, we have owners that have money.
We have owners that like actually care about things other than money.
Yeah, no lie.
Like they know if they make their stuff, they'll end up making more money in the long run instead of nickel and diming people. Dan Snyder. They'll make more money in the long run if they actually have a good product.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we don't need to talk about that guy anymore.
Until next week.
Anyway,
all right, dudes.
Does that round it out?
I think so.
All right, let me find the music. Here we go. All right, I'd like to give a shout out to everyone that joined us in the chat room this morning. Texas Corpsman 100, Riles, Filthy Lucre. Is that everyone? Yeah, that's everyone today. Well, it is a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, people are doing stuff.
Hopefully we'll get back to a normal podcast time this week, probably Tuesday night.
Probably. Don't forget, if you want to join our Discord, go to tinyurl.com/Harry HF. That's HARRYHF.
Yeah.
Come on in. A bunch of Redskins, Commanders, Washington football team, Boston Braves. Everybody.
We're on Twitter at Harry Hog. Email us hhfpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I think the hog line could still work, or it could be not working. Not that anyone's called it. 202-735-1788.
Who uses the phone anymore?
Dude, remember when I said, what's the point of texting?
I do remember that.
Anyway.
That was a while ago.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins. And remember, if you see a Cowboys fan this week,
you know what to do.
Joker!
We are the Commanders.
Joe Gibbs laughs, cracks me up too.
All right, later, dudes.